Hey everybody! I'm here today with an aloe vera plant care tutorial. I will be going over some steps for growing an aloe vera plant. As you can see, this is actually an aloe vera plant. And as you can see, it's fairly large. I've grown it to be this large. And I'm going to tell you the steps that I've taken to grow this plant and care for this plant. It's actually really easy. It's not even difficult. It's unbelievably easy. But I'm going to tell you a few specific things, so let's get right into the video. First and foremost, the sunlight or the light that is needed. So aloe vera plants need to be kept in a very bright place. They need indirect sunlight. So as you can see, I have a window right here. Okay, now these plants are sort of getting, this is getting direct sunlight. This is getting sort of a little bit of like half direct sunlight, and this gets the indirect sunlight because this only gets sunlight when it sort of reaches a very specific spot on the window. It gets a touch of sunlight, and the rest of the time it just gets the sunlight that sort of radiates inside. And it's kept in a very bright place. These plants love brightness and they love indirect sunlight. Now with regards to temperature, okay, they have a big range of temperatures that they really enjoy. Essentially, they like a lukewarm temperature that the majority of people will keep their homes at. That's why they're great indoor plants. Now basically, if they're kept between about 13 degrees Celsius and 27 degrees Celsius, that is an ideal range for them. And the good thing is, like I said, the majority of people will keep their homes at around that, somewhere within that range, around that temperature within that range. So it makes for a great indoor plant, okay? If you put it outdoor and it gets really hot, it's gonna dry out, or it gets really cold, it's gonna sort of dehydrate, okay? Both of those things. So with that being said, it's a great indoor plant. Keep it at roughly an indoor regular house temperature and you should be okay. Okay, now watering, okay? These need to be watered very infrequently, but also at the same time very deeply. So essentially, I've watered this, I'd say like about every 3 weeks, give or take, something like that. I'd say like every 3 weeks. And it's not on the 3-week mark, it's just around every 3 weeks, but I notice it needs a little bit of water. I'll water it deeply every 3 weeks. So don't give it a little bit of water every day or every couple of days. Every couple of weeks, every few weeks, water it deeply, okay? They like to really soak up a lot of water, but then they also need to dry out a little bit over the next few weeks. Now, with regards to fertilizing, okay, I have fertilized it very unbelievably sparingly, okay? And also be careful which fertilizer you're using if the plant is in the house, because you might have pets, you might have kids, you might even have adults that really want to see what's going on in there with their hands or their mouths. So be extremely careful which fertilizer you use. Basically, once every few months, I'd say like 3 to 4 times a year, I end up fertilizing it. Like I said, I don't really pay attention, but it's once every few months when I notice it needs a little bit more. But I actually mix the fertilizer to be half strength, and that allows it to sort of really get in there, fill up the pot, but then also it's only half strength, so it's not going to really take its toll on the plant. And last but not least, when it grows to a certain size, you're going to have to repot it to sort of give it some more room to grow. This plant started off as a very extremely small plant, okay? And eventually it grew to be a little bit bigger, so I had to repot it into this. And then now it's sort of almost reaching the maximum size of this pot, because you can see right now I have an elastic band and some twigs sort of holding it inside to keep it nice and contained. But if I were to release those, it would sort of be at the brim level of this pot, so I would have to repot it into something bigger like this, which is probably the next step. And we'll see how big I can allow this to grow. I will say this is one of the best plants that you can have because of the qualities of the leaves and how easy it is to sort of care for. But that's it. That is an aloe vera plant care tutorial. Those are some simple steps for growing an aloe vera plant. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.